Hi guys, in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to code the differences between all the Airbus and Boeing aircraft still flying today. Alright, I'm going to start with the A319. With the A319, it really, I just normally tell by how short it is and the nose being like it got hit in the head of the wall. And yeah, it's obviously very, very short, just like this one. And that's pretty much how I do it. The AirBus A320, same thing, just with the nose, just a little bit longer than the A319. And then, see this triangle here? There's actually, this triangle, there's actually an extra one on the A320 near the tail. You can tell by the curvature of the tail as well. Alright, A321. This is just the same as what I just said before, just longer. I think normally the winglets on the A321s go up a lot more than the triangle looking thing that is. Yeah, the A319 to A321 and A320 is really just the length. Alright, the A330, I normally tell by the shape of the nose and the landing gear. And also these winglets, how they come up at like a 45-degree angle. Yeah, it's mostly the winglets and the landing gear. And also the engines are very, very small for the length of the plane. Alright, the A340. This I basically just tell as an A330 with 2 extra engines and an extra wheel in the middle or 2. So that's not that hard, it's just a longer A330 with 2 more engines and another wheel or 2. Alright, the A350, normally I tell by the nose, and you can see the black outline on each of the windows, and the landing gear especially, and also the winglets. You can see the winglets barely curve up, but they do, and the landing gear is more tilted forward than back, and obviously the nose. Alright, the last of the Airbuses, the Airbus A380. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's currently the only fully double-decker aircraft. It's not like the 747, so that shouldn't be too hard to decode. Also, the nose is very odd, kinda, and there's obviously 4 engines and the massive sets of landing gear and that absolutely massive vertical stabilizer. Right, Boeing 717. This one's a little bit low quality, but you can tell by the shape of the nose and that extra window up there. It only has one of those little triangles, so there's very low quality still. And you can normally see a little outline around that horizontal stabilizer. And obviously I like that shape of the nose. And how the wing is like pretty far back. I sometimes tell from the very back there and the engines as well. You can see how the 717 engines have that little line across them. Normally, sometimes I look at that. Alright, the Boeing 727 also low quality. Alright, normally I haven't actually seen this aircraft in real life, but I could tell because there's 3 engines and another one back there. And you can also tell by the shape of the nose, you can't really see in this picture. But yeah, normally I just tell from these 3 engines at the back, and it's kind of like the 717 with an extra engine. Alright, the Boeing 737. Boeing 737, I normally just tell from the nose and the winglets, and obviously the shape of that tail, how it curves more horizontal. And also the landings are always crap. But jokes aside, yeah, it's normally just winglets, nose and tail. And something. Oh, 747. This is what, 1/3 in a deck or something. Yeah, I just tell with the. I haven't actually seen this plane either, but I can just tell with the 4 engines and the massive forehead, and also the 6 on landing gear. Also the massive vertical cross stabilizer. So big. Alright, Boeing 757. This one I normally tell from the winglets, the A320 kind of nose, and how long it is. So I'd say this is kind of like a really skinny A321, kind of. I've got the landing gear is tilted back just a little bit, and it's obviously got 4 wheels per gear. Alright, Boeing 767. You can see the landing is a little bit more tilted than the A350. Yes, it is dual, and you can kind of tell by the nose and that it has no winglets. Alright, here's the 777. Now, the main difference you can see is obviously the size of the engines and the landing gear. Now, this landing gear has 6 wheels, and it's all tilted back. So yes, really how I tell, to be honest. And the other plane that's got 6 wheels is the A380. But you can definitely tell that apart from the 777. Alright, that concludes the 777. Let's move on to 787. Alright, the Boeing 787, our last plane. Normally I just tell by the tiny little winglets and the nose. I can tell this apart from the A350 because there's no black outline between the nose and the winglets. Another thing I'd also look at is where the vertical stabilizer is placed, how far it is from the auxiliary power unit, FU, and also the engine. You can see how it's got those little bumps, and obviously the landing gear tilts like the A350 but the opposite direction. Alright. That is the last plane. Alright. That's the end of the video. Bye bye.